Dean Family Acres. Really appreciate you guys being able to join us as we check out multiple ways that you can save on plants for your landscape. Number one way to save money on plants is to root cuttings, because in reality you probably don't have to pay for those. The downside of that is the amount of time. So number two is ask friends and family. A lot of times they might have extra, or you can divide, that kind of thing. That will be an excellent opportunity for you to be able to get those plants at a very discounted rate. Number three way is by actually finding plants on sale or on clearance. There's multiple different opportunities to be able to do this. Number three is finding plants on clearance. There's multiple different ways to be able to do this. Checking discount stores, or even check thrift stores. We have been able to have the opportunity to find a local thrift store that gets donations from a large national plant retailer or wholesaler or e-commerce site, essentially. And we found that those have been some of the better plants that we've gotten. Although most of them are smaller, we've really been able to jumpstart the different varieties that we've been able to add because of that. Number four is be willing to be flexible. If you have a spot to put something, definitely go ahead and get it. But sometimes it does take a chance in buying things, as you can see behind us here, and putting them in a good location. The biggest thing with that is just making sure that it's something that either you can't overwinter in your location, or that you're going to be able to keep watered. We've done really well with that in some cases, and then other cases we should have put it in the ground. Couple of those instances where we bought two really cool red buds that were unique varieties, and they just died. I tried to do them over the summer, and they just did not make it. So definitely think through that before you just buy something and leave it in the pot. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just doesn't. If you're happening to be taking an opportunity within one of your local big box stores and you walk up on a rack like this, don't just jump in and buy every single thing you see. You definitely want to check and make sure that things will come back the next year. See if they're perennial or they're annuals. This might be common sense in some areas, but use a good app or just do a search online to see what's a good fit for you. Knowing your growing zone, as well as what kind of opportunities you have to store these plants if you can't get them in the ground immediately, can be key. In the end, at least on this trip, we ended up with some perennials as well as some annuals. The pansies are annuals, but they still have plenty of time to grow. And at $1 a tray of 8, we just figured that it would be a great opportunity for us to add a little bit of color this winter and early spring. We also added some asters and these daisies that will be perennials and that will come back. And in the bag there, we added a variety of irises. you can, try and get family involved. It just makes for a much more enjoyable opportunity. As you can see, we use the drill attachment to put the holes in the ground. I'll link that down below. And also, as I mentioned, anytime you can get family involved, please do. Speaking of family, hopefully y'all had a great Thanksgiving. We did, and enjoyed our annual trek across the state as we went and visited with family and put out our nativity. On our way home, we also had the opportunity to drop by and visit with Ronnie over at Early Bird Farms SC. And if you haven't checked his channel out, definitely do so. He's got a lot of really cool things going on as well. Thanks much for watching, guys. Hopefully you like, share, and subscribe. And if you have subscribed, don't forget to ring that bell like Mike Tyson did in the 1980s. Y'all have a great holiday season and look forward to hearing from you next week. And lastly is, I can't remember what number 4 is.